got 2 female teachers involved in sexual misconduct involving the same student?
Wow.
Thousands of text messages? Money exchanges? Sounds like prostitution to me. Alcoholic beverages involved? Explicit videos? I could imagine pissed off parents. What a shocker. And now people are accusing the district of looking out for itself instead of the students. Okay, and before we even get into this, I actually already made a video about this exact topic, and it's called Extra Credit Goes Too Far. I'll link that video in the description below, because in that video, I talked about this weird trend we keep seeing where older female teachers get involved with male students, and somehow society reacts completely differently than if it was male teachers. And now here we are. So this whole thing centers around Centennial High School in the Peoria Unified School District here in Arizona. According to multiple news reports, 2 teachers, that's the main focus on the investigation, involving the same male student. Yikes. It's Haley Beck. This is where it gets kind of weird. Age 27. And Angela Burlaka, age 47. I don't know about you, but for me, that just screams no discrimination on age whatsoever. MILF or GILF, I'm down. Either way, for his age group, that would be a GILF. Now, already right there, same student, 2 teachers, what the hell is going on? And according to reports, 1 teacher was fired, right? The other one resigned, and surrendering her teacher certificate, police submitted potential criminal charges to prosecutors. And as of now, no arrests have officially happened. And honestly, the deeper you read into the story, the worse it gets.
Peoria police submitted charges against both teachers to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, but prosecutors sent the cases back to law enforcement, asking for additional investigation.
And I'm not sure I've ever had a case in my 30 years of 2 females perpetrating against the same male victim.
2 teachers accused of abusing 1 student victim.
And it's feeling a need for attention, power, control, revenge, and then it can seem excessive or almost obsessive.
Child abuse prevention specialist Jessica Nicely and forensic psychologist Dr. Brecken Blades agree this case is highly unusual. Both Angela Burlaka and Haley Beck taught at Centennial High School in Peoria. Burlaka worked there for 25 years, and Beck got the job in 2020. The 2 educators were put on administrative leave in August 2025 after allegations of sexual conduct with a student came to light.
These women are the 4%, because 96% of the time child sexual abusers are men.
Burlaka voluntarily.
Well, thanks for blasting men for no apparent reason at all. What does that have to do with anything? Well, these 2 chicks banged this young kid, but it's mostly men that do it. Okay, well, we're talking about these 2 women right here, right now.
Surrendered her Arizona teaching certificates, but Beck did not. And last week, the Peoria Unified School District Governing Board unanimously voted to fire her.
We send our kids to your schools 10 months a year, 5 days a week, 7 hours a day. So as a parent, I'm glad to see that these pedophiles like Haley Beck are being held accountable as much as possible.
In the district's statement of charges document against Beck, it states she began grooming one of her students before he turned 18 in December 2024. Detectives believe...
Well, real quick though, before he turned 18, so he's a 17-year-old male. I mean, I don't know how much grooming you can do other than, yes, like I say in my video that is in the link, with social media, Instagram and the DMs, and, you know, before you know it, these women are, you know, they're only some of them in their 20s, like this 27-year-old, and they're on Instagram, and they see the star quarterback, and he's got shirtless pictures, and he's paying attention to her, and she never got that attention when she was in high school, and she's in a marriage that's passionate, this swamp of a relationship, and she can't take it anymore, so she's like, I won't even think about prison, because for the most part, women don't get the same, you know, treatment that men do. Men are like, I ain't fucking touching any of these kids because I'm going to end up in prison getting anally. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But anyways, Continue on.
The sexual harassment went on during his sophomore and junior years when she was his psychology and sociology teacher. Investigators claim Beck gave him special treatment in class, did his homework, and erroneously...
Hey, I bet getting special treatment if you're getting blown out by your teacher or blown on her, you're blowing her out or whatever, you definitely don't have to turn in level material to get that grade. You can pretty much trace a picture of your dick on a piece of paper and turn it in and get an A, I would imagine.
He improved his grades and attendance record. Police say she gave him access to her car, bought him gifts, food, alcohol, and drugs.
Let's go. I mean, my God. For a teenage boy, you might as well have been his pimp, you were his pimp, his drug dealer, and his mama all at the same time, y'all. My God, you were pimping out this kid that, and looking back right now, well, obviously there was no teachers in my school that would have even been on this level of debauchery. Everyone was on a different level of conservatism back then. Now the whole world has lost their minds. But my God, what young male 16, 17 is not gonna be manipulated by a person that can bang him, blow him, buy him weed, and give him booze? Oh my God, talk about taking advantage of a young non-frontal lobal developed kid. He's a kid. I bet his parents are pissed. I'd be high-fiving, but that's just me.
And even paid him more than $600, calling herself his sugar mama, and writing it felt like straight prostitution.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know that he might have had that, that capacity to know what it felt like, or he threw that shit in ChatGPT and then it said, "You're like a prostitute." This is so twisted, but
The investigation found in about 6 weeks they exchanged more than 4,000 texts about sexual and illegal activity.
4,000? You need 4,000 text messages? Do you know how much? Oh my God, that is nonstop. What I'm gonna do to you and what you're gonna do to me, text messages back and forth. I can only imagine a teenager with no life, no job, nothing to do. Bitch ain't gotta do his homework. She's giving him the free credit. He's just laying around drinking and smoking weed that his teacher bought him and text messaging back and forth. Imagine the mentality of this female going through her head. Oh, no one will catch me. I'm in love. He's gonna be with me forever. This dude is gonna tell everybody, you retard. It's a fucking teenage boy. Oh my God.
They do a lot of sort of distorted thinking and manipulation of the facts, even as they're presenting them to themselves to make their behavior seem acceptable or okay.
I feel like when the perpetrator is a woman and the victim's a boy, people make jokes. It's not funny.
Yeah, we're making fucking jokes because you're the one that's trying to say men are the main ones doing it. And we got two broads here right now. So anyways, continue.
It's not an achievement. He's a victim. It's
not an achievement. I agree. He is a victim. He's a victim of the biggest party in his life. And he'll talk about that forever. But I don't know. He'll probably go on to college, rush a fraternity, become the fraternity president, end up owning an AI company and becoming a multi-billionaire.
Victim, that is not a relationship they were having. That is rape.
I tried to get in touch with both teachers, but did not hear back. Haley Beck can dispute her termination at a hearing with the district. She has 1 week from today to request that, and she hasn't done so yet. In the newsroom, Michaela Marshall for Arizona's Family.
Fair enough. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. But according to the reports, there were allegations of sexual meetings involving alcohol, weed, money being sent to the student. He's like getting Venmo to blow his teacher out. And even allegations involving grades and attendance being manipulated. Well, of course, you can't get a Hummer and then she's like, you got an F tomorrow coming and come on, let's go. Police reportedly said over $600 had allegedly been sent to the student over a short period of time. I don't know what that means, like 2.5 hours or 3 days, but either way. And one of the messages that exploded online allegedly said this money exchange just felt like straight prostitution. That's allegedly from the police report. Again, that's not me saying this. That's what's being reported publicly. And then somehow the story gets even darker. Police also allegedly they found explicit videos tied to the investigation. And now the investigators are reportedly looking into whether there could be possibly additional victims or witnesses. Wow. And at this point, this sounds less like a school scandal and more like a Netflix documentary. I mean, this could be coming out. You never know. And this is exactly what I was talking about in that extra credit goes too far video that we're going to put in the description. People online always try to joke these situations away when it's female teachers and male students. But if these allegations are true, this is serious as fuck. Now, this is where people are getting really pissed off because according to reports, rumors about inappropriate relationships have been circulating around the school for months. I mean, this isn't new. I'm just now getting it. It's 2026. This has been going on since 2025. And now the entire internet is asking the question, who knew what? And when did they know it? According to reporting, questions are now being raised about mandatory reporting laws and whether concerns should have been escalated sooner. Now, to be fair, police reportedly stated that the information known at certain points may not have met Arizona's legal threshold requiring mandatory reporting at that time. But still, let's think about this. People are pissed off and they're saying, how does something this insane allegedly happen in plain sight, right? That's where the outrage is right now. I'm not that outraged. I live in Peoria, but it's happening in my area, so I just thought I'd report it. But not just the allegations themselves, but whether adults around the situation ignored the warning signs.
Are raising concerns about mandatory reporting requirements after two teachers at Centennial High in Peoria were accused of sexually abusing a student.
While both lost their job, neither one's been charged or arrested, and child advocates say the principal knew and did not tell police. Michaela Marshall went to the county attorney for answers.
What boggles my mind is, why is this an issue? Why is there any hesitation on people's part?
Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says under Arizona law, anyone who works closely with children is required to call police or DCS immediately if they reasonably believe a child is the victim of abuse, sexual abuse, or neglect.
Reasonable belief is really one of the lowest standards you'll ever have. You need probable cause to get a search warrant. It's less than that.
Mandatory reporters include everyone who works in a school, medical professionals, religious leaders, and law enforcement.
We put the onus on professionals, but parents are mandatory reporters as to their own child.
And if someone does not report when they are a mandatory reporter, that's a crime.
It's a crime. If it's a sexual abuse allegation that they don't report, it's a Class 6 felony, which can come with prison time, probation, a fine.
Mitchell said she could not comment on the Centennial High School teacher's case because her prosecutors are reviewing it. But in that case, the police report states the school's principal and the victim's mother were aware of the allegations before someone else tipped off police. Peoria police submitted charges against both teachers, but not against anyone who may have failed to report a crime because it did not meet the legal threshold for reasonable suspicion of abuse.
It's very fact specific. We're going to have to take a look at that. Obviously, our main focus is going to be on the charges that are submitted to us in terms of sexual abuse.
Since 2023, MCAO filed 7 cases against people who failed their mandatory reporter duties. 2 additional cases were submitted this year and are currently under review.
If somebody robs a bank and there's a lousy investigation, you don't interview the right people, you don't preserve the evidence, the bank was still robbed. But if you don't do a good investigation on a child abuse case, it's as if it never happened.
the teacher still banged the kid.
And Mitchell says she expects a decision on charging the cases against the now former Centennial High School teachers in the next few weeks. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. Reporting live, Michaela Marshall for Arizona's Family.
Thanks, Michaela. You're hot. So, and now this thing has completely exploded politically, all right? Because parents have reportedly been going off at the school board meetings. People are demanding independent investigations, which I completely understand. I mean, I would if my kid was involved in this. Board members are fighting publicly. Arizona lawmakers are now involved. And once politicians start showing up and demanding answers, you know the story is officially gone nuclear. So that's where we're at right now. A lot of critics are now accusing the district of trying to protect itself instead of being transparent. Now the district denies wrongdoing and says they followed all the proper procedures.
Hello.
But public trust right now completely shattered.
More shakeups in leadership at the Peoria Unified School District amid a major campus sex scandal. Today, the governing board voted to remove incoming interim superintendent Ryan Ladoser, who was just appointed 5 weeks ago. The board then appointed Human Resources Chief Talia Vicentainer. The district has been in turmoil following a scandal at Centennial High School where 2 former teachers are accused of having a sexual relationship with the same student. Critics claim that Ryan Ladoser was pushed out because he wanted an independent outside investigation. And as Ashley Rodriguez reports, some state lawmakers are demanding accountability.
The message of today's news conference is that Peoria School District is blocking Peoria police from properly investigating what's really happening inside Centennial High School. The allegations are that 2 teachers are abused.
Hey, real quick, I can tell you a lot of shit that's probably going on without too much digging. Secret meetings in the closets, maybe staying after for detention, and locking of doors, and all these penthouse forum moments are going through my head. But anyways,
and grooming the same male student, and it's all being swept under the rug in the name of protecting the district's reputation.
Students all saw what was going on. They saw that
they did
was fixated.
Hold on. All the students saw what was going on. I don't know what's going on here. And then this story somehow even got bigger online because Haley Beck is reportedly the sister of social media influencer Noah Beck. I don't know who that is, but which immediately turned this from local Arizona scandal to international internet news. All right, and then suddenly now TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, X, everybody's talking about it. And honestly, if this wasn't connected to a giant influencer family, does this story even blow up nationally? Probably not, right? So I guess where does everybody stand right now, right? As of now, prosecutors are still reviewing possible charges. I can't see how they won't throw them down, but no criminal convictions have happened. Investigations are reportedly still going. Police have even opened up tip lines asking for additional information from the public. Oh man, I got some information for you. Teachers, stop banging your students. That usually means investigators believe there could be potentially more people with information. Wow. Interesting. Now, again, everything here is alleged. This is still an active investigation. But even if half of these police reports are accurate, this is one of the craziest school district scandals Arizona has ever seen. And honestly, the biggest concern now isn't even the teachers. It's whether or not the warning signs were ignored for way too long, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this was just 2 individuals allegedly doing insane things? Or do you think there were bigger failures happening around them? I mean, what's going on in the school district and why weren't they, investigated a little bit more? And again, I'll link my previous video with extra credit goes too far down in the description, because this, unfortunately, is the first time we've seen stories like this. And I hope it's the end of it. But I'm Rodney Hood. This is Rodney Hood Talks, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.